What's going on? It's another episode of Just Hip Hop.
It's your boy C.
Buddha.
December. And today we got a lot of topics to talk about. We're going to talk about that Childish Gambino, This Is America, which is flooding the internet right now. And everybody has their theories on what the actual video means, interpretations. He said himself that ever since he dropped the video, he hasn't been on the internet and he hasn't listened to anybody's thoughts, comments about the video. He just doesn't want to, because he said he's a sensitive guy and he just doesn't want to read nobody's interpretation on it.
I hear that.
What was your guys' interpretation on it?
I mean, I think it would have been better.
Oh, damn.
And hit me out. Hit me out, because the niggas ain't even gonna let me finish my sentence.
They already killed you with that. I think it could have been better for you.
I think it could have been better if the main character in the video was a white guy shooting black people, being happy and having fun for no reason. I think it would have been cooler, but I do understand that I think that's what America is. It's like you see how it's a lot of shit going on in the background. Like if you pay attention,
your phone.
It's like a weekly thing now.
My fault, y'all. But
some Motorola's is wild.
But my shit every week, man. Every week my shit be on.
Every week. Hello, Moto.
But yeah, all of the dancing and all of these things in the forefront. Yeah. Right, that's all these things in the forefront that's taking away your attention from what's really going on. Like if you look in the back, it's like a dark horse.
Yeah.
The dark horseman or whatever. It's shit going on in the back, but it's like and I said this earlier, it's like America eats its babies and then tells you to go save dogs. You feel me? For real. That's really America, nigga. That's really America. And you supposed to just take that shit. Yeah. You feel me? Even though I thought I would have rather the main character been a white guy, but then when he was running from the white people at the end, I was like, you know what, bro? I think he was straight with what he was doing, but I mean, man, I liked it, man. I ain't watch it, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't watch it but twice. After I watched it twice, I was like, this is all I need to see.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, so
and that was the day it came out. That was right after.
Yeah, I saw the day.
Right after we recorded. That was the day after we recorded the last episode and shit.
Yeah, so I never thought about, why wasn't the main character white? But hearing you say it, it's like, I don't know, maybe that was too cliche. Because we never, well, not we, but America will never look at a white person like that. America isn't going to be like, oh, look at that white guy, shooting a choir and
that don't happen.
That doesn't happen. So it has to I think the main character had to be a black guy. So I mean, but I only watched it about twice as well. But there's a lot of hidden gems in there. There's a part probably about halfway through the video or something, a little bit before halfway through the video. I remember he's just rapping and dancing and shit, and a person just jumps and falls and dies, and it's you barely see it. No one sees it, but it's. I think the message is no one gives a fuck about suicide in America. He just falls and jumps to his death.
I got the whole we all desensitized.
We not only are we desensitized, we're all desensitized, and our attention span has become shorter, and we've chosen to focus our attention as America not on on dancing and
getting money
and getting money.
Because I think the song, he was like, "Get your black man. I mean, get your money, black man." His grandma. He said, "Grandma told me to get that money." Just focus on getting money.
We've been desensitized, and we've really been disoriented as a community and as a country. Yeah, I don't think it's just us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's just us, nigga. I think it's brown people, yellow, white, whatever. That's I mean, you know what I'm talking about. That's real.
He said yellow people. That's
Man, Asians, man. I know what I'm talking about, man. I know what I'm talking about, man.
It's like, whoa, them Simpsons characters.
Is this like a new wave we seeing though? Like artists like speaking out more. I feel like it's a new wave.
No,
Like with no,
Nah.
it's always
been that way.
it's
We
not
always
reaching,
had
like, a
artists
bigger
to speak out.
platform.
We always had artists to speak about nothing.
We always had MC Hammers and
Tupac.
Nas's and Tupac's and Jay-Z's. We always had.
Only difference is social media kind of helps you see all of that shit under a microscope.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's really changed.
That's it. And I said this on Twitter the other day. I was like, yo, and I was like, I kind of go like on like short Twitter rants every week. Like, just, I don't know, just get my thoughts out there. And I was like, yo, a lot of people think that clout chasing is an all-time high. That's a lie. Like, it's just not the truth, right? The reality is that it's under a microscope, and we have become very sensitive to it. We see it rewarded and despised every day, all day on social media. And we, like, we just think that hard work isn't appreciated, and like it is, bro. Like, and then there's another thing that, like, another problem is like, yo, like, we don't know what the fuck is going on in people's homes. Like, this a presentation, dog. Like, this don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think we as America have like focused too much on this shit. Like, this doesn't, like, yo, I promise you, like, listen, bro. When you go to somebody's profile, what you see? 9 photos. Them 9 photos ain't them, nigga. Like, you basing you know what I'm saying? Like, you basing the perception of a whole person from a slideshow, nigga, from a PowerPoint, nigga. Like, it's just not, like, not only is it really like improper, like, it just it doesn't make sense, like, logically, for me to judge you off of 9 images.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even photos, because motherfuckers, you go to this shit, it's like 3 white blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like, sometimes it ain't even like
A video they reposted, it's not even them.
yeah, man. Like, it's a quote that they don't really give a fuck about, but they putting it up there to look fake deep. Like, bro, like, it's just like we've become so like hung on social perception and in the media, man, whether it be big mainstream media, or whatever the fuck we see on our phones, huh? And you just kind of got to get up off that. You know, that's why I call niggas, and, you know, I get niggas' numbers when I hit them in Instagram. Yo, send me your number, bro. Let's hang out, bro. Like, I don't want to do this shit here. This is fake.
Shit.
Like, all this shit fake, dog. Like, I want, like, reach out to me. Like, let's go to a concert. Let's go get a drink. Let's go, you know, get some coffee, whatever, nigga. Like, let's go kick it. Let's go play ball or something. You know what I'm saying? But like, this shit fake, son. This don't mean nothing. This
your Instagram don't mean nothing.
Not just that, your Instagram, your Twitter, Facebook. This shit don't mean nothing, son. Like, motherfucker, like, I be talking to people and they be like, yo, such and such ain't text me back. You know, I sent them some shit, you know, 15 minutes ago. My nigga, how you know he ain't busy? What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? How you know he ain't at work? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't call him?
We're so attached to these phones.
Yeah, like, why you ain't call him, son? Like, you ain't think to call him? His phone might be on, his notifications might be on silent, but his phone might ring. Like, what the fuck? Like, if this was the 90s and you went to call somebody, you left him the message on the answer machine and kept it pushing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody leave voicemails no more.
Shit, if this was the 80s, nigga, you couldn't even call. You hit the nigga on his pager. And you had to wait for the nigga to call you. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like, we've grown so, like, oh, nigga left my shit on red. My nigga, I read nigga shit all the time. And
facts.
Not because I don't want to hit you. Yeah, like, not because I don't want to hit you, because I'm doing shit, nigga. Yeah. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I got responsibilities, bills, and
nigga,
shit.
you called me last night, and I was just telling the car before we got here. I said, bruh, this nigga C called me at like 2:30 last night.
I knew he was up.
I was like, man.
I knew he was up. I was like, we'll hit me tomorrow. Whatever.
Yeah, I was like, I was in the middle of playing 2K, and I was like, this game almost over. I'm gonna call him back, and then I forgot. Like,
I was
shit
like,
happens, but he ain't about to go on a rant like, bro, this nigga ain't calling me
Twitter
back.
and shit. Fuck this.
I looked online. They said that nigga online on
Subbing and
Xbox.
shit.
I know he probably saw us on Xbox. Why? Because I know he was on Xbox, or at least his
Niggas
Xbox
be on
was
Xbox, but don't
So
want you back.
he might have been calling me about Xbox. I don't fucking know.
Do, though. But that's what niggas do.
Niggas
Though.
be
Niggas that
subbing.
go on there. Yo, niggas. I see niggas be on Xbox,
but don't want to.
but they don't want to answer their phone. What, nigga? Shut your pussy ass up, nigga. Like, what? What are you talking about, man?
Nigga got time for 2K. He ain't got time for
2K. You ain't got time to answer your phone. What?
Shut your ass
Shut
up.
your bitch ass. What are you talking about, man? Like, why? Yo, that shit give me so and tickle me so crazy because I was like, yo, really, people really be on that shit, and I'm just like, yo, like you don't know what people got on going on, like,
It's a fact.
nigga, I call Breeze like 4-5 times in a 2-week span.
Sometimes that nigga don't answer 4 or 5 times.
Most of the time that nigga don't answer. I talked to that nigga today. This the first time I talked to him in a month, and the first thing I said when I got on the phone, I ain't go on social media and say, yo, it's crazy how niggas can be on Snapchat and I ain't go online and do that shit. The first thing I did when he answered the phone, I said, damn nigga, I ain't talked to you in a month. And he let me know what been going on. But like, yo, like you a grown ass man, you a grown ass woman, like let people gonna do what they doing.
Yeah.
You know, like it ain't got shit. Bro, like you not that important. It ain't got shit
say
to do with you.
That's a fact. They reading too into it. Reading
Niggas
too
be
much
reading.
into it.
But look, man, I want to ask you this before we get too far from the topic, because I was about to go on some whole nother shit.
We already did.
Yeah, we did. That's
Yeah,
why I wanted to double back, because I'm like, before we get too far from the topic.
No, this is America.
This is America.
He had a cell phone line in there though somewhere.
Y'all think that video was overhyped?
No.
Yo, that's what people was saying. They was like, yo, this video overhyped, blah blah blah, and I was like, I think
it's not
good.
overhyped for the simple thing that I'm not 100% sure that this
Why
was.
it gotta be overhyped?
I'm not 100% sure that this was his plan, but I'm pretty sure.
Is it overhyped or people making it overhyped?
No, like I'm pretty sure his main objective was to get people to talk about it.
That's a fact.
So if that was his goal, it's not overhyped because that's what the fuck we doing.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that shit was overhyped.
I think there's so many.
You don't think it was a good video?
I think it was a fantastic video.
I think there's so many hidden gems and stuff in there.
Yeah.
So like we could leave it open, like to have a discussion about what's going on in America. And if that was his goal, it's not overhyped.
Is it you seeing people talk about it a lot, making it overhyped?
What I think is, when I say overhyped, I mean like there are people who have never listened to a Childish Gambino song.
Yeah, they be like, he's a great
He's the greatest artist. He's a genius. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about, son. Like, and like we see that a lot with Kanye. Like, people will be out. Like, my girl be telling me, people be out like, yo, Kanye is such a great producer. Kanye ain't produced a beat by himself in like 10 years, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, producing what? What did he do?
Yeah, everybody be like, oh yeah, you know, I love Kanye. What's your favorite Kanye song? Blood on the Leaves.
Nigga, what?
New Slaves.
Yo,
that one song he had with Designers.
Yo, I loved Wolves. What nigga? What?
What? So I mean,
people
do that. People do the same thing. Like my friends was telling me yesterday. They said they was in a party on Xbox. As obviously I've been on Xbox a lot, but they be in a party and somebody was like, yeah, you know, Childish Gambino this, Childish Gambino that. Like, I love him. And they're talking about like, I only could recognize his recent work. And my friend and his cousin, they were like, well, first off, pop. And no one caught the reference. And they said it in the party yesterday to me. And I was like, damn, y'all took it back to the community days, huh? And they was like, yeah, it was in a party with people that were saying they love Childish Gambino. I had no clue what the fuck we was talking about. And it's like, you know, but at the same time, it's like, you know, new fans are new fans. Maybe eventually they'll go back and they'll check the catalog. But it's like, not all of them. Majority of them will not.
Most of them
but
won't,
some of them who really actually do, you know, enjoy the artist will be like, all right, well, what more does he have?
And so that'd be my whole thing. And when I say it's overhyped, I don't mean like Childish Gambino deserves all of the
well around
like he's
entertainer, like
one of the most talented people.
He's one of the most talented people in our culture.
Yeah.
Like he deserves all of the recognition he's getting. Please don't think I'm saying that he don't deserve that shit.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, Childish Gambino. A lot of you niggas don't even know. Like you just jump on it. Like people just jump on the bandwagon and say shit. It's like when shoes was crazy, niggas was going crazy for shoes in the 2000s. The same shoes is coming out, and I'm seeing them sit on the shelves. The same exact shoes that was coming out in 2010s. When everybody
was a hype beast.
Yeah, when I was in college, the early 2010s, the late 2000s, the same shoes is sitting on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like
because it's not as much as a cool thing to do as it was.
Yeah, like
6,
now
7, 8 years
everybody
ago.
want to wear Raf and Balenciaga and all that shit ugly, son. I'm just
them just ugly.
All that shit garbage. But you know, like, well, Balenciaga do got that arena joint is nice. Arenas is, but most of that shit is garbage. How about that? Most of that shit is garbage. But like, nigga, I'm still wearing the same J's. Like, niggas see me pull J's and I be like, damn, bro, you took it back. I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, cause I really like shoes. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I got a friend. I think he all of our friend. Man,
I already know who you talking
He
about.
don't wear them shoes he got, man. Like, let's just keep it 100. Like, that was some shit he was doing because he thought it was cool. Like, and you know, like, it's just one of them things where you just be like, damn, son, like, you know, like niggas get so hype about certain shit, and it's like, yo, number one, who is you even? Like, your opinion don't even matter. It's not even, you ain't even add nothing to the conversation. Like, these niggas really,
them likes on Instagram say otherwise in they mind. So.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna tell you, like, a lot of times, like, go look at like these people's like opinions on shit. They literally regurgitating whatever they heard somebody else say.
That is true, especially on YouTube comments.
Yeah, man, like they just saying what other niggas is saying. Yo, the nigga the greatest, son. Like, and I'm just like, man, you don't even know what you're talking about, man.
Exactly.
Like, you just running your mouth, man. Like,
a lot of these people have hopped on the Childish Gambino bandwagon. A lot of people are trying to hop off. The people that are trying to hop off, I feel like you fucking idiots. Because if you really actually knew who Childish Gambino was, a lot of people are trying to hop off now. They're like, oh, pictures that came out, they seen him, and I guess it's his girlfriend. They see he's dating a white girl. Anybody that know that nigga like white girls.
And Asians. Yeah.
Like, he say it in his music. Don't get me wrong, he like black girls too, but like, if you were listening, you wouldn't be this shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
talk about Asian girls all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
What? Like, it's like, yo, you surprised you seen Childish Gambino with a white girl?
Like, are you? And then
do you know who Childish Gambino is, nigga? Like, huh?
There's 2 whole kids.
Yeah.
They probably don't even know that either.
You know, it's like, I'm not one to be in people's personal life. Like, it's the same thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, Kendrick, like, he's supposed to be all this woke and blah, blah, blah. And
he got a light-skinned girl. He got a light-skinned wife.
It's like, you know how long they've been together?
She black, dog. What you talking about? What difference does it make to you?
Like,
you just mad because he don't want your stupid ass.
Like, so, and then it spins into this discussion. Oh, well, then people are like, well, you know, maybe Childish Gambino would be with a black woman if, like, black women appreciated, like, black weird guys. And it's like, oh, well, maybe these black weird girls will be with a black guy if they appreciate him. Just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
That nigga's stupid.
Shut the entire fuck up. Like, when we all accept the fact that people like who they like.
That's a fact. You don't pick who you fall in love with. What you talking about, man?
Like, as long as he ain't out here,
I'm weird as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
as long as he ain't out here talking about, oh yeah, black women is trash, black women is that. Like, as long as you don't have to bash someone to like big up the type of people you fall in love with. Mm-hmm. Love who you love, my nigga.
Facts. Like, cause then when you doing that, you trying to validate, you trying to get validation for why. Nah, nigga, like, just love who you love, my nigga. Like, and that's just it. I always admire when I see people like be with their significant other through like all type of shit, transplants, chemo, disabilities. I'd be like, yo, that nigga, like, they in love.
That's
huh?
real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get to that. Like, I'm trying to be like these.
You be like, damn,
That's true goals.
You be like, damn, this nigga got one leg. She
And
still love that.
And this bitch bad. I'm like, nigga, cause she in love with him. What is wrong with you? Like, this concept is foreign to you, nigga. Like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I'm like, I need. My girl is like her, son. Like,
but it all ties back to this is the type of things you see, that people experience, when everything is off the internet, when everything is actually having a connection with a person face to face. This new age of social media, you don't really see that shit because the first thing you think is, all right, damn, she get a lot of likes on me. She look good. Let me slide her DMs. Blah blah blah. Right. She probably thinking the same thing about you, and then it's always going to be someone that comes along that's more popular, more money, likes, better looking, more successful.
Bigger titties, bigger ass.
But if y'all ain't actually established a connection, for the other person to feel like, all right, this is the person I want to be with. Like, fuck who got more. Like, this is what I want. Then hey, bro, I feel for you.
Yeah, because you're gonna be alone, nigga.
Facts.
whether it's physically or mentally, you're gonna be by yourself. Like, that's just real. Like,
nobody want that.
Nobody. And I mean, like, who wants to live like that, my nigga? Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Cat lady and shit.
Like, your dog. Like, I don't, bro. Like, if that's what you want, man, like, you would do that. Like, if male or female, if that's your whole thing, that's your whole thing. But like, that's just a dumb way to think. Like, to be completely honest.
Well, that was a little love advice.
Yeah, we went all over the place.
I know, right?
That's how complex that video is, man. Like, we went all over the place with that shit. Like,
little love advice from the For Just Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? So out there alone, say.
Dev kind of stayed out of it though. I don't know why.
He stayed out of it.
He stayed out of it.
You don't do no love things. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing no love things.
Nigga patois on Mark Joseph, ain't it?
Oh, shit.
God damn.
That shit would never get old. You can use that for anything.
On these hoes.
You can use that shit for anything, son.
Oh, shit.
So we got my boy Detail.
The opposite of love.
Oh, God.
But they keep referencing him as a Drunken Love producer. I guess that was his biggest song that he produced.
That's his biggest song.
So he's a Drunken Love. You don't know he made Drunken Love. He's a producer. He was allegedly, I guess, getting called out for sexual assault and rape by 2 women. They said that he was sexy. I think he pulled up for like a studio session, and also other people came out. I think Tinashe came out and said that she was also like sexually harassed by him too in a studio session. That's a big name, Tinashe. 2 on girl. But what do y'all think about that?
Bruh, listen, bruh.
Hey, bruh.
Ain't no rule. Ain't
nigga
no
about watch out
in the world to save you from that shit.
Ben Simmons finna beat that nigga ass.
You said Ben Simmons?
For Tinashe. Yeah. I forgot that was going on. I forgot he won with one of the Gonzalez twins no more.
Yeah.
I forgot that shit.
Yeah, they said they filed legal documents against Detail, accusing him of sexual and physical abuse. The first one was a singer, said he raped her in February. Took place at a recording session in Miami.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah. And they said they was forcibly grabbed by the hair, choked by Detail.
Jesus.
And he was forcing them to have sex in front of other people.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you know that one word I hate the most on this podcast.
Allegedly.
Other than white, allegedly.
This nigga here.
Did a second woman said that he made her walk in the bath, made her have sex with him while another producer watched. This is true. He on some weird shit though.
I hate, like I said, I hate that word allegedly, but man, if this is true,
so he slammed her head to the wall and dragged up a flight of stairs.
We got to get Detail the fuck out of here.
Bro, they got a little too much detail for detail.
Yeah, like
shit.
The irony,
you ain't like it.
Look, we had to sneak a joke in there somewhere. That wasn't too bad. I couldn't think of one, so I guess you did it.
Ooh,
but
Jesus. That's a lot of details, bro. For real.
Like I always say, we don't condone this shit. that's the case, get detailed the fuck out of here.
But let that man get his date in court, please. Like,
please.
Let that man get his date in court. Don't
Yeah,
start
like, is it too early to
because
start
ain't
bashing
nobody
his
gonna
name?
be because no one's gonna be coming to his defense.
Don't let that man.
If all this shit is made up.
Don't take food out that man's off that man's table. Don't do that. Like,
it's too early to cancel.
It's different
shows
when
and
let
relationships.
That man, let that man get his date in court.
Like,
how
we
can
talk
you,
about
how
like
can you work with somebody with allegations like this? Because then if it do come out true, then it's like, yo. If you're his friend, how do you handle like?
Yeah, I was about to say, if you're not his friend,
if you're the artist that work with him, like how do you?
I'm gonna walk up. I gotta call him. I gotta say, man, how you doing? Number one,
yeah,
like how you doing? Because I know that shit is a touchy. And then number two, I gotta say, hey man, tell me what's going on. Like, tell me the truth, for real. Like, tell me what's going on, and then I gotta listen to what he say, and take it. You know what I'm saying? However it sounds, you feel me? And then I got to make the decision. I'm not gonna like stop answering calls and shit.
Switch up.
Yeah, nah. I think that's people aren't perfect. You understand me? At the same time, people do some bad things, and that those things make you not want to associate yourself with them. My whole thing be like, if bruh tell me he ain't do it and it sound believable, I gotta take him at his word until it's proven otherwise. And even still, and I always say this, it's niggas in jail right now for years and years, innocent as hell. So the only people that really know what happened is whoever the victim and whoever did the offense. Like, them the only people that really know who or allegedly did the offense. Yeah, them the only people that really know the truth. And so like, it's a slippery slope, man. Like, I was talking to my girl about this shit earlier, and we was talking about the whole situation with YoungBoy. Yeah, and like that, I ain't gonna lie, like that. I ain't listened to YoungBoy in months. I'm dead ass.
Shit threw you off.
That shit threw me off because I loved like his music and like the people that he represents. I'm from the South. I got family in Louisiana. I got family in Mississippi. And I can relate to a lot of what he's saying. And I know people, the people that he talking about in the records, I know people like that. Yeah. And I just like that he getting that, getting their stories out there and getting his stories out there. But at the same time, it's like, bro, I can't be going to concerts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you can't be filling his pockets with money.
But you know what? Let me tell you what messed me up, and like mentally, because I had to start thinking differently. Famous Dex actually came out and said, like, "Yo, this what happened. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I have no problem listening to you understand what I'm saying? I have no problem listening to Famous Dex music." Just off the strip of him saying,
how he went about it.
I'm trying to change. Yeah. So now I'm like, okay, well, how we know YoungBoy ain't trying to change? Like, how we know? Like, we know the environment he coming from, but we don't know. We've never been there. Yeah. Like a lot of us may have been in certain similar situations that he talking about. Some of us may actually be in an environment exactly like his environment. In a way, my girl was talking about, in a way, he a victim too. And so, like, he don't know how to properly conduct himself in a relationship. And so then I got to thinking, I said, God damn, now I got to reevaluate. You know what I'm saying? I got to reevaluate how I evaluate what I listen to. Because it's like, and then it's like what Charlamagne said, it's like the selective morality shit. It's like, yo, I won't listen to YoungBoy or to Tekashi or the Famous Dex because either they on camera fighting chicks or they got cases doing scandalous stuff. Not even convicted. Some, two of them not even convicted on anything. But then I listen to Jeezy talk about shooting niggas and selling dope for hours.
And he been convicted and shit stuff.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Or I listen to Jay talk about how he lost 72 bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I listen to R. Kelly bump and grind. Like,
Nah.
I mean, the thing is like that makes it a perfect segue. You know, selective morality. It makes it a perfect segue into the whole Spotify R. Kelly XXX thing. Yeah. But it's like,
and 6ix9ine. I think they take
6ix9ine
too.
But before we get into that, like I just like you, like I'm a person of like I believe in second chances. Like, you know, some of us even believe in third and fourth chances. You know, depending on who you are. But it's like, when you look at a situation like what's going on with Detail, it's like we've never heard anything like this before.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
Even if you know,
you
even if this is 100% true or whatever, and you know charges are filed, he gets convicted and he's guilty. It's like, okay, you know, I don't condone that shit. So, you know, I don't want to hear nothing like that he was a part of. I don't want to be in support of anything that he was a part of. But, you know, I say he gets out and he's still producing. He feel he's changed. Like, people have a right to a second chance. The reason why, like, so the reason why was like, even after what Chris Brown, you know, did to Rihanna, it was like, okay, I can still listen to Chris Brown to a certain extent because everyone deserves a second chance. But when you look at somebody like R. Kelly, where it's like, okay, nigga.
And that's the
sit
thing.
your
He's
ass
not
down,
even
like
acknowledging that he's wrong.
Yeah.
Yo, this article. We're gonna talk about this. I want to stick. I want to stick to the topic. The reality is, let that man get his day in court, and y'all got to chill with the selective morality. I got to chill with it.
Everybody got. To
we
chill
all
with
do.
it.
Like
I don't know because I feel like I don't because there's certain shit. It's just like
I can't fuck with.
You know, like, it's just like how they say, you know, all sins are equal, but it's like, are they really? It's like it all depends on the person, and it's totally up to you. It's like if I'm not saying
like
I'm not saying that I condone shooting. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah, but you gonna listen to how many
I'm not saying
you done heard where a nigga that's all he's talking
all of them.
Gun bars. I do this to niggas.
But you know how many of them don't? You know how many of them don't?
Little like, nigga, small percentage. Nigga.
So
small percentage, nigga.
So it's like, look,
Mike P, and that's it, right?
If no, because he still be saying that shit. You have Christian battle rappers where nigga he does a segment, you know, one of his, you know, I guess abilities or like one of his like superpowers or whatever the fuck like you want to call it in battle rap these days is imaginary gun lines. Well, he's a Christian rapper. He doesn't cuss in his music. In his raps whatsoever. Or in his music, but
he know he on Smack and he gotta have some.
Well, he not even on Smack.
Oh wait, what he on?
No, he be on RBE, but he's mainly on Bullpen. He's mainly on John John's league.
Okay,
but yeah, he do imaginary gun lines. This nigga just, you know, be hypothetically, you know,
on some OJ shit,
and it get a reaction. And he a Christian battle rapper, my nigga. So I mean, like when it comes to this selective morality thing, it's like if we were to say, okay. If we weren't to listen to any artist who do
I wouldn't listen to nobody.
Yeah, we wouldn't listen to nobody.
But that's my point. But that's my point. Like, if we gon' look, if my whole thing is,
it's all about what you're comfortable with. Like,
yeah, that's true. Certain things they just don't sit right with me.
No matter exactly. So no matter how
that R. Kelly shit don't sit right.
That shit don't sit right with me either. So you won't catch me listening to R. Kelly.
I'm not listening. I'm like, I don't know who he talking about.
Yeah, when he said seems like you're ready, like who?
Seems like you're ready. What?
So
like I don't know who he talking about. Is he talking about 13-year-old girls? What the like?
But for me, like I don't condone it. I'm not listening to it.
Nigga.
I don't think that anyone else should listen to it. But there's people out there who can be like, look, that shit he did was wrong. But that's my shit. As much as I can say, hey, bro. Yeah. Like as much as I want to say, hey, bro, like nah, that's not cool. And I will say it.
God damn it. Go ahead.
It's all up to you. Like, it really is. It's all up to you.
Step in the name of statutory rape. That's terrible.
It's all about what you're comfortable with. And that's the same thing. Like, people is like, oh, well, I think even XXX, you know, getting into the Spotify thing, his team,
that's
apparently
bullshit, by the way.
It was like
that whole thing.
To break it down real quick though.
Spotify, yeah.
So Spotify, they was like, I think they're changing their policies on anti-hate something like that.
It's like an anti-hate. It's anti-hate and misconduct policy.
Yeah, policy. So basically anything that, like, I guess with people,
or hateful conduct. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anti-hateful conduct and anti-hate policy.
Yeah, so that's a new policy, and with that comes meaning like certain people that I guess allegedly done things
or done things.
Yeah, or done things. They just removing their music, and so far
from playlists, not from Spotify.
Yeah,
because Spotify know they need that bag. They ain't being completely moral. They need that bag.
So from playlists, I think they removed so far X, 6ix9ine, R. Kelly. And I think that's the only ones I know so far.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And here's why.
That's kind of crazy. I
don't think it's nothing because dog. The thing is,
how do you all
they're not removing
like, yo,
it.
They're removing Justin Bieber?
They're removing it from Justin Bieber. Hey, look, let me finish.
If you remove one person,
let me finish.
You on camera saying nigga.
You gotta remove everybody.
They gonna remove his ass?
Look, let me finish.
No.
Let me finish.
Gotta remove Famous Dex too.
So they're not, like you said, they're not removing it completely from Spotify. They're not even removing it from people's personal playlists. They're removing it from, Spotify playlists. Like,
but why
their own.
Yeah. Why even say it? Like, why even make it a policy? Because now it's a selective morality thing. It's like, okay, you gonna make it anti-hatred and anti-con. Okay, but most of the people on your fucking list is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. Is
but it's also
Netflix gonna start doing the same shit? Okay,
that's a fact.
Because they gonna have to pull a lot of shit off of Netflix. Netflix ain't gonna make no money.
Then it's like, is it like
I said? But it's also, like I said, it's even like from a fan perspective to a Spotify perspective, it's all about what you're comfortable with.
That's messed up though.
So
bullshit.
Because you gotta understand, at the end of the day,
that's bullshit.
It's gonna be bullshit regardless. Because at the end of the day, of the day, you gonna have people out there protesting and shit saying, like. Why is this shit here? Why is this shit here? Y'all condone this shit? Like, there's always, like, that discussion is never gonna go anywhere.
And it's like, what about the
It's
content,
never gonna
though?
go anywhere.
So what people saying in they songs,
you are gonna have people say, what
look,
about Justin Bieber? What about, like, you are gonna have people doing that shit, but it's all about.
That's my whole
thing. You
can't
single people out and then be like,
that's a fact.
Y'all niggas gotta go. Y'all niggas got some wild charges and shit, alleged charges.
Here's the thing: had they just pulled them
without saying
and made it a, they right now. Publicly, they look bad in the public eye right now. We don't want to associate ourselves with them, and they just pulled them. I'd have respected that more than allegedly creating a policy to pull people in that manner. That shit is bullshit. Because if that's the case, over half of the catalog that you have on Spotify can't make a playlist.
And are they losing money? I'm like having these artists like. Have they said anything like, yo, we losing money because y'all on this playlist? Like, the X situation been a while ago. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So we don't even
still
know.
Look, and we don't even know if it's true.
Been convicted of that shit. Like, and that's my thing. It's like, yo, like, so what does that mean? Like, does that mean like from now on you don't suggest R. Kelly's music either, or he just doesn't make the curated playlist? Like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean if I like Made in T.O. and Lil Uzi Vert, shit like that like Famous Dex or Tekashi don't come up on my recommended? Like what exactly does this shit mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's fair. Like I don't think that's fair to publicize and alienate people, especially when they haven't been convicted.
Yeah, I don't agree with that part. Like like you said,
that XXX shit, that shit. He's been convicted of a crime, but what they pulled him for wasn't about what he got convicted of. What they pulled him for was the domestic violence.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're gonna pull him for that, you gotta go through your whole shit and just start pulling niggas. Like, you gonna pull G-Eazy for the cocaine shit that just happened? Hell no, they gonna keep G-Eazy ass in them fucking playlists. Like, that's just real. Like, I just think that's real hypocritical, man. Yeah. I think that's a slippery slope, man. When you start getting into that, that's selective morality shit. When you start getting into that, bro, like, that's a slippery slope, because not only are you messing with other people's business models, but you messing with your own business model. You shooting yourself in the foot.
That's a fact.
It's like, the Trippie Redd shit that's going on right now, with Trippie Redd gonna hop on the song with this nigga Tato saying I kill people, and he beat Cuban Dog ass.
Yeah,
you know, like,
allegedly.
But then you was talking all that shit about Tekashi abusing women. Young girl. Yeah, you know, I
can't associate with you because of the case that you're around.
Yeah, like he was talking about, but then he was hanging out with X, and X had a case. So it's like, bro, like you being selectively, like that shit. That like, yo, you got to, if you consistent, I respect it.
Yeah,
but if you ain't consistent. Like what we talking about here? Like what we really talking about?
Spotify also said to what's the name, New York Times, that they're justifying the reason for pulling X is that they're going case by case. So that he's not the because of the whole beating women, and there's more artists out there that have beaten women, and they told New York Times that they're just going case by case. So probably further along down the line, probably gonna see more artists being pulled.
Well, check me out, Spotify. Y'all gonna have a hard go, man, because I'm gonna tell you like this: all that money y'all taking to put them niggas songs on these playlists anyway, because it's not by merit. Like, let's just put that out there. The niggas that's on these playlists, they not on these playlists by merit. They on these playlists because Atlantic slid y'all 30,000-40,000. Like, so, you know, y'all gonna lose out, B. Like, I mean, for real, like, if y'all ain't taking the money from these major labels to put these niggas on this playlist, ultimately, y'all gonna lose a lot of money in the process. I mean, it's not like y'all niggas making any money anyway.
I mean, that's true.
But y'all gonna lose a lot of money in the process. I just don't think it's a good idea. I think that being that Spotify is a platform with such prestige and so much of a listenership, get it. I mean, number one, get the people what they want to hear. And number two, don't be biased about whose money you accepting when it comes to these playlists. Like, don't be 100%. If you're gonna be biased, be 100% biased about it. But like, don't be on this like, this wishy washy shit where it's like all of this time we've been putting 21 Savage in our playlist, and 21 Savage got how many cases? He got how many like. Suck it to your knees again. Stab a nigga up. This that Shawshank Redemption. I mean, we can go a bunch of crazy ass 21 Savage lines. Yeah. Look, I love 21. That's my like. I fuck with bro music. Like, well, like listen to his lyrics. So now are we gonna start chastising the lyrics because now the lyrics portray hateful content? Mm-hmm. Like, would y'all finna have kids bopping the playlist? Like, just let me know what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like, this shit don't make sense.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I agree with most of what you said. Like I said, I don't agree with how they went about, removing these people. Yeah. But I understand that, you got to draw the line somewhere, and they saying, look, we ain't rocking with that. But I don't think they going to go as far as to be like, oh, listen to that shit 21 Savage is saying. Like,
we don't
get
know.
This nigga the fuck out of here. Because, like, it's like, got a right to free speech. Like,
but
them pulling R. Kelly makes sense, my nigga.
No. I'm not saying it doesn't. That's not you missing it. I'm not saying it doesn't.
I know what you're saying.
Look, the nigga on camera peeing on a 14-year-old girl, nigga, like he shouldn't be on nothing.
Facts.
That nigga is a criminal sexual deviant. He shouldn't be on nothing, nigga. Like, let me. I'm not lying. I'm not.
I'm just gonna let him go into his R. Kelly
niggas
rant.
on his head top.
Yeah, like yo, my nigga, like
that's crazy.
You know what? I was about to say, scratch what I said. I'm just gonna let you go into your R. Kelly.
Can we talk about R. Kelly?
I don't know if I read the same article as you, by the way. I did read an article on the Washington Post, but I don't know if I read the same article as you.
More than one. That's crazy.
He back out again.
I don't know.
There's more shit.
Bro, I gotta pull this Washington Post article up.
I'm gonna pull one up I found. I'm gonna see if this is the same one.
Last thing I heard was the phone call shit.
Bro, it's a lot. It's a lot going on with bro. Yeah, I heard that was in this article too.
Recorded call shit.
It's a lot going on with bro.
Like, okay, so yeah, me and you ain't read the same article then, because I ain't had no recorded nothing in my shit.
It's a lot.
He said it's a lot,
bro. Like, damn, they have more.
Yeah, bro.
I just Googled R. Kelly Washington Post. Bro, I just read this shit the other day. There's more shit up here.
R. Kelly.
No one should feel sorry for R. Kelly. God damn.
Yo.
I can't even find the one that I had.
R. Kelly, bro, they getting that nigga out the paint, son. He out the paint, dog. I'm trying to tell you, dog. This is the.
He should have been gone. Though.
This is the one. This the one right here, bro. Now, when I tell you, son, this shit threw me all the way off. My girl was telling me about this a couple of days ago. This was from May 4th, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This was
okay. I think that is the one I read.
This is last week, and it's a picture in here, dog. From recently, and I don't want to.
Maybe my pictures ain't pop up because I swear I read the one from.
I don't want to give out the wrong information, especially with some shit like this. I mean, it's interns in here that he didn't took advantage of, like all type of shit, man. It was a little girl that came to his first court trial because he's had more than one. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know this. He's been in court a few times for engaging in sexual misconduct with minors, more than once. That's the shit that people don't know. But see, we didn't have social media back then, and we didn't have social media outrage and public opinion, etc. And bro, like it was a chick she was at the trial, right, for his first case. And he took advantage of the fact that she was like, oh, R. Kelly's not a pedophile, whoop de whoop. She even was on the news like sticking up for him and shit. I love R. Kelly, whoop de whoop de whoop. He took advantage of her too.
Wow.
Invited her to a party. Made her one of his girlfriends. Whoop de whoop. She's 16, bro. And he's like 30 something. I'm just like, yo, this nigga R. Kelly is different. They got. You know, like he had staff members that were holding these girls he has staff members that hold these girls in closets.
What the
his
fuck?
Sex cult, they keep them in closets until he's done with his studio sessions. They can't go piss, they can't go eat. The only way they can get out is if they talk to his staff members and then they say, okay, I'm going to walk you to the bathroom real quick. Because number one, he doesn't want them to go away, want them to leave. He don't want them to look at other men. He will beat on them if they look at other men. I mean, it's all, bro, it is all type of shit going on with this whack job. Or
this nigga is, that's a fact.
Oh, they need to lock everybody ass
Everybody
up.
Associated with this.
All right, check this out. All right, now listen to this shit. Because this shit threw me
this nigga
off. This was 2015. Okay? Hold on. Okay. Check me out. No, this was this year. While Kelly has not spoken publicly about the latest round of accusations other than to dismiss them as rumors in his Instagram post, he has continued recording and performing. RCA recently paid for more than 6 weeks studio time at a studio in Los Angeles. Okay, in a studio in Los Angeles, a cup of urine sits on the piano in a recording studio at RCA in Los Angeles. After a session by Kelly, and this photo was from a recording studio representative. Okay, a recording studio representative. Bro, for this to be Washington Post, they got a lot of typos. A recording studio representative sent RCA this photo of damage caused by urine on the floor in the studio used by Kelly. This was recent. This was this year.
Yo.
This nigga had look at it. This is a bowl of urine. This nigga had the audacity to not even throw it away, not pour it out, nothing, left it. Urine. Like, that mean this nigga in there doing, I don't know what. Pouring the urine on his girl, on his coat or whatever, bro. This guy's nasty. Like, I'm just like, bro, like urine on the piano though, bro. Like, that's piss, dog. Look at that. That's piss. Like, bro. Studio workers were given non-disclosure agreements to sign and not allowed into the space while Kelly worked. But one worker said she was disturbed enough by what she witnessed to speak to the Post on condition of anonymity. After Kelly left, she found a cup filled with urine on the baby grand piano, and the studio's wooden floor had been badly damaged with urine stains.
Yo, this nigga is
The recording
sick.
studio representative said she contacted RCA about the damage. The Post obtained former Kelly staffers' photographs of the studio sent to Nancy Roof, RCA's vice president of administration. And of course, she didn't return the Post phone calls about the urine.
Wow.
When asked about the damage to the studio, Kelly's management team responded, this is an obnoxious question that reflects a malicious and intentionally defamatory motive by the questioner. What the fuck?
Nigga, you left piss in the studio, boy. I'm gonna be questioning too. Like, what's good with you, my nigga? You like, somebody gonna answer this question. Why is there a cup of piss in the damn studio? Nigga? Like, what the? That's a legit question, my nigga.
We got bathrooms in here, my nigga.
That's a legit ass question. Like, why is there piss left in the studio after your session? Yo. I would like to know. That's not malicious at all. That's a legit fucking question, nigga.
Like, what does that mean? There's nothing malicious about that. If I walk in a room and it's a bowl of piss sitting on the piano, I need to know what's going on in here. I need to know.
That is a
something
fact.
ain't right because my piss going in the toilet.
That's a fact.
So what is this
and
shit?
like, we have bathrooms, so why? Like, what the fuck?
Dog, like, yo, this R. Kelly shit is so out of hand.
RCA the fuck up out of here too. Then it seems like they covering up and shit.
I'm gonna send you this. Yo, we're gonna have this in the link in the description. Make sure you put this in the description, Tell. I'm gonna send it to you now. But
this shit crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna send it to. I'm gonna put it in the chat right now so y'all can see it. And read it at your own. And we're gonna have it in the description so y'all can see it. But
I be making shit go viral. I need to make this shit go viral,
bro. This is
what needs to go viral.
Anything that needed to go viral, it's this article from the Washington Post. This is this shit had me shook reading it. I couldn't stop reading it because I was just like, I cannot believe that this sort of injustice has persisted in hip hop R&B culture. And it's like, who else then? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the scary part. Yeah. It's like,
who else? Leaving cups of piss and shit in the studio.
Like, who else?
Dude, like, they got messages between like people on his staff saying like, he wasn't letting girls use the bathroom. He had a girl in the studio for almost 2 days. And like, he wasn't like giving them the permission to let her use the bathroom. And like, someone's responding like, it's almost been 12 hours. Like, this is inhumane. Like, has she ate? And they like, well, I don't know, but like, when he was here, he spanked her, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? Another person he worked with said some shit like, oh yeah, that's just the way he was. Like, he didn't care if the girl's 12 or she was 20. A fat ass is a fat ass. It's like, wait,
yo,
it's like, bro, get this nigga out of here.
This nigga got problems,
bro. Listen, bro. Take his ass off of all the playlists. You know
everywhere.
What I'm saying? Look,
Spotify, everywhere. To get
it fucked up. I'm not saying don't take him off take that nigga off everything.
Get him out of here.
Everything, get fucked up, bro. Take that nigga, get that nigga out of here.
No more
and
studio
it's like
sessions.
On papers. It's not like the Cosby thing. And even Cosby was on papers, but
it's like we take the alleged shit and blow that shit up, but the shit that be like right there in front of our face.
This nigga Kale's got everything on paper.
Y'all know I hate
got settlements with little girls and their families on paper. He got settlements with Aaliyah's family on paper. He got a whole marriage that had to be annulled on paper with a 15-year-old girl who he took to Chicago and got a fake ID so they could be married. And he was 27 and she was 15. Dog, like it's records of this shit. This ain't hearsay. It's not alleged. It's a video of him pissing on a 14-year-old girl. The fact that he had the audacity to think that he could record
that shit.
Pedophilia is disgusting, nigga. Like, it's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life, dog.
Gotta keep that same energy we had for Jared.
Yeah. Everything, look, as disgusted as y'all was by Jared and them phone calls, because that shit scared me. That shit made me not want to have no kids. I ain't lying.
R. Kelly on the same wave with that nigga.
I ain't lying. That shit scared me too.
You gonna put your child in a bubble?
You want to scare somebody? If it's Halloween and you want a haunted house, you want to scare kids, cut all the lights off and have the kids walk in and play that shit on some speed. Play them calls on some speed. I will scare the shit out of all these little kids. I'm telling you.
I know R. Kelly got calls too, bro.
Boy, ain't no telling.
I know he got calls.
Ain't no telling. Son.
Videos.
It
just takes one brave soul.
Yeah, a lot of girls,
multiple child pornography charges too, bro. Like, it's on paper. This is documented. Like, that's what gets me.
But nobody acting
how
like it's.
Is he how son? Like,
how's he still out here walking?
How? Like, it's on paper. Like even like the Academy got rid of what's the director? What's his name? Roman what? No, not Weinstein. Roman Polanski. Okay, this nigga did that shit 40 years ago. He was convicted of sexual misconduct with a minor 40 years ago. When they said they was gonna lock him up, he fled the country. Don't you know that the Academy gave him an award recently? Was that recently? Didn't they? What they give him an award for something fun movie? I don't know. Recent movie that he made? I think. Let me see. I don't want. He can't come back in the country, but he was still a part of the Academy. The Academy still had him in the. They still had him as part of the Academy. They was still. I guess he was still like able to review films and shit and have votes and shit.
He's still out here, just in another country.
Yeah, he moved to another country, bro. He fled like nigga. Hey, fuck a beat. I was trying to beat a case.
This nigga really did the race, yeah.
Yeah, that nigga really did the race, but he white, so you know he can do that.
Exactly. Look, hey, for everybody out there that's like, oh, Bill Cosby innocent, R. Kelly innocent, like, you know, if they was white, this and that. Look, if that's what they do in their culture. Keep that shit over there.
Keep that shit over there.
In black culture, I'm not condoning that shit. Get R. Kelly the fuck out of here.
Fact.
Period.
Is different. What's his obsession with
the
piss,
pianist?
Yo?
Look, he
wow.
The Pianist. Did he win for The Pianist? And that was in 2002. Hold on, boy. Awards and nominations. Okay, here we go. He was nominated in 2014. Oh no, that was some other shit. That's some European shit. He was nominated for the Academy Award in 2002. Nigga, and he was convicted. Excuse me. Oh, let me not fuck it up. He won an Academy Award for The Pianist in 2002. Okay, he was convicted of let me read it right. Drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl. He pled guilty to a lesser offense of unlawful sex with a minor. And when he found out he was supposed to go to the prison, he fled to Paris in 1977. These niggas gave him an award in 2002, and they was talking about Kobe.
Y'all talking about Kobe?
And y'all was talking shit about Kobe on
winning an award.
Yeah, like, and his charges was dropped. This nigga was convicted and was supposed to be in jail
and did the race,
and they gave this nigga an award.
This niggas is not keeping the same energy.
No, that's a true selective morality right there.
Selective morality, bro.
But needless to say, I think you said, you know, something like, you know, what's wrong with R. Kelly? Like,
yeah, that was his obsession of piss.
I mean, I know
he was abused as a child.
Yeah, he was abused as a child. He was exposed to sex at a really young age.
He was actually a victim of being molested, and yeah.
That
don't make it right.
He's even, you know, according to his memoirs, had to record it. So I think he said like one of the first times he saw people having sex, like, he was invited in to watch, and then they like had him recorded and shit. He was like 6, 7, 8, something like that.
And then after really a while, one of them started like giving him oral sex and telling him like, "Don't tell nobody, or you'll get in trouble."
Dang.
So, you know, while at some point he was a victim, and you can understand that probably, you know, triggered the way he is now, but it's like, bro, you had how many years to get help? Yeah. So like, I don't want to hear like that victim role shit.
You know what it is? Yes, man.
Facts.
Having a bunch of yes men around you and nobody that really cares about you because you're getting paid. And like, people are like, look, when you put food on niggas' table, people are scared to
say no.
Yeah, like, you think about this. For R. Kelly was still touring up until 2 weeks ago. He was still getting a lot of shows. It's just now that his shows is being canceled. Up until 2 weeks ago. So you talking about niggas that's been eating off from R. Kelly making songs since the 90s.
Yeah.
Since the early 90s. That's 30 years, nigga. Almost 30 years. It's 2018. Almost 30 years niggas been eating from Kells. Shit. I'm not surprised they kept quiet about it. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But get out of here or something.
You know, but it's just, you know, where are your morals at? Because I'm sorry, that shit.
Bless you.
anybody in the commission doing that shit, nigga.
Nah,
it's GG.
It's quiet.
It's GG for you. You
I'll
out of here.
I'm turning.
I don't care how much money you bring to the brand. You the fuck out of here.
Yeah, nah, you gonna
calling the police ASAP.
If I ever walk on,
now,
if
a little girl,
I'm
going to
snitching
jail,
on that, nigga.
I'm calling.
I'm going to jail too because I'm beating somebody's ass.
I'm calling police like, immediately.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or
and
buts.
if I catch you, I'm putting my foot in your ass, like because I just cannot condone
dare you do that,
none
my nigga.
of that shit.
Exactly. Now,
It's just simple as that.
if somebody, you
I'll
you
incriminate
throw that.
myself
If you,
on that,
yeah,
I
that's
will
a
beat
fact.
your ass. I'll incriminate. I usually don't incriminate myself
For anything.
for anything on these podcasts, but I will beat your ass.
but
I will definitely commit assault on your. I will have my foot in your ass.
Big facts.
yeah. Now if they throwing that alleged word around, I gotta reach out to you and figure out what's going on.
Conversation ASAP.
Yeah.
So
As soon as I see it,
see where your mind at, my
exactly.
nigga.
listen. I need to hear this.
Be on that bitch like, hey, answer my phone call, nigga. Nah, don't leave me on red.
Nah, don't leave me on red because you know what I'm calling for. You know exactly what I'm calling. You better
Hey,
answer
nigga.
this bitch.
That's the one time it's acceptable to be like, man, this nigga be on Xbox. This nigga won't hit me back. That's the one time.
It's a fact.
The fuck up off Xbox and answer this damn phone.
Facts. But we ain't got nothing else to talk about, right?
Nah,
We've been talking about that
bruh.
shit. We
I'm
kind of
kinda
slid
done.
through all of these conversations. But
They all worked with each other.
yeah, man. I really enjoy having these conversations, man. Just making sure that we continue to not to be completely biased as men in like during the Me Too era. Cause I think like a lot of men feel kind of like targeted. You know what I'm saying? Like feel like your interactions with women are, some things you might have always done or some things you might not have seen as wrong or whatever. Like, I feel like now, like a lot of men are feeling targeted because a lot of things like women are saying like, yo, that shit ain't cool. Well, let me let you know, bro. Like, they right, bro. Like, a lot of us came up and we seen Nelly swipe that card through that girl ass. We seen tip drill and we seen we seen P popping on the handstand and we seen the Chopper on the second part of the Still Tipping video. We watched BET Uncut. We seen the champagne and Big Pimpin' where the niggas was just pouring champagne on the girls and shit. Like, and we seen that and we got the wrong idea. Yeah. Okay, all of them girls signed a paper saying that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got like a lot of us that got the wrong idea about how we are supposed to conduct ourselves to women.
That's a fact.
And how we had the wrong idea of how we perceive women. A lot of us, bro, and it ain't our fault because of the culture and the, societal standards that we came up in. But if you allow yourself to continue to be that way, then it's your fucking fault. Mm-hmm. Then it's your fault. Like,
facts.
If you allow yourself to continue to think that that like grabbing a girl by the arm, to just
grab a girl on the club
street,
and just start feeling on them.
Yeah, like, if you think this shit is cool to grab a girl and she pull away and you say, well, fuck you then, bitch. If you think that shit is okay, bro, something's wrong with you. Like, that's not okay, dog. Like, it's just a lot of things that, like, growing up, we seen that, like, we thought was the norm. It's not, bro. It's not. It's nothing normal about that shit, bro. That shit is savage. And, we as a culture, men in the black community, we got to work hard to not only break that stigma, but like make sure that we teaching like the youth and the next generation coming up, that we got to respect each other, men and women. You feel me? And I just like having these conversations, man, because I think we allow people to hear like a different side. Like, we allow people to hear, like niggas that's like trying to open up and wake up and open their mind to what's really going on out here and how people really feel and shit like that. So
yeah, but just to end it off, a lot of times we look at things that go wrong, things that happen to black men specifically. You see what's going on with Kaepernick, and everyone is kneeling with Kaepernick. You see, we feel Meek Mill was not wrongfully arrested, but at least wrongfully sentenced.
He might have been wrongfully
he might have been wrongfully arrested, before that.
Because the crooked cop is actually, lied about him on this case. But go ahead.
Yeah. So everyone is justice for Meek, but with the Me Too thing, it's like this is women's chance to say, hey, like this is what's going on with us, and it's received a lot of support, but it's received a lot of support mainly from women, like the same men who are out here tweeting justice for Meek, or they kneeling with Cap, need to be saying mute R. Kelly.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
Or should have been advocating to get Bill Cosby the fuck out of here. Like don't it seems like selective morality might be the goddamn title of this podcast. Because it's like, don't pick and choose what you want to speak about. Like if you want to shed light on one thing or two things, it's like shed light on all of it. Like use your position, to be a voice of everything that matters.
Yeah.
So don't the R. Kelly shit, that ain't none of my business. Because in all reality, that Meek Mill shit ain't none of your business. But the thing is, it can all be your business in an instant. Like you could have that son, that's going through what Meek Mill going through. You can have that daughter that's going through.
Your cousin, your brother, your sister.
So like for all those people who make jokes about, or them girls wanted it with Bill Cosby, they knew he had money, or those people that, girls be, how girls are these days, they be young, but they be looking older than what they really are. Like,
that.
Like, okay. Like,
excuse, my nigga.
Not hoping that it happens, but if it happens to your daughter or your sister or your mother or some shit,
tight.
now you're ready to kill somebody.
You're gonna feel different.
Now you're ready, to see that they a victim. It's like, keep that same energy.
Don't wait for it to be one of yours. Start speaking up about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because if it happened in your community, bro, like
we're gonna be looking at you like, nah, bro, that ain't none of my business.
Facts.
So just be mindful of that. Facts. Because sexual assault, murder, like whatever charge it is, like all this shit is serious.
That shit is some real shit.
And, so
I'm glad you said that. As always, you got something to say? We went on the monologues. I thought maybe you might have had a monologue too.
I just commented, nah.
Right.
He like, I ain't that deep, I ain't really had time to think about it. I just came back from overseas.
I just came back from overseas. I be overseas.
Said they ain't got that problems where I was just at.
I actually didn't know about most of this stuff until Thursday because I've been overseas. My phone been roaming.
This is America, nigga. I've been in Turkey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? I've been over there. In France, doing my thing over there with Roman Polanski.
Chill out. Nah. I don't know that nigga at all.
Yo,
I want to know that nigga.
As always, bro. If you like, like shooting this shit about hip hop, and you an artist, you a athlete or something, whatever. We don't care. If you want to come and chat with us about on Forges Hip Hop, hit us on. And I email at forgeshiphop@gmail.com.
If you're a listener or a subscriber and you got something you want us to talk about, hit us up in the comments and the messages.
Facts.
On our social media at Forges Hip Hop. And, make sure you subscribe on that podcast app. Make sure you follow us on that SoundCloud. It's your boy C.
Buddha.
It's your boy December.
And we out of here.